I'm from Tennessee. And we've been in the news recently. It's never good when Tennessee makes the news. It's never for anything positive. This all started about a month ago when my state decided to ban drag queens. Drag queens were reading to children. They were reading to children, and the state didn't like it. They said, you can't be around kids, so they decided to ban drag shows. First of all, how do you ban drag shows? How do you do that? I know one drag queen in Nashville. She has a huge dick. She hides that in a pair of thongs 6 nights a week. You think she can't hide a party, dude? She's been hiding an 8-inch party in her panties since Shania Twain's first album dropped. Are you kidding me? Let's go, girls. Also, how are they going to enforce it? Let's think about that. They're going to force the drag queens underground, and then what? They're going to crack down on underground drag parties? How? A sting operation? Who's going to volunteer for that? Imagine fat, redneck, sweaty, probably diabetic, Tennessee cops going undercover at a drag show. They'll have a meeting. The police chief's in there. All right, governor says we got to crack down on these queens. We're going to go undercover. We're looking for volunteers. That is the quietest the rednecks will ever be in their lives. One dude will be like, Terry's a good singer. There might be one motorcycle cop who's like, I'll do it. It's not going to work. Best case scenario, a few cops find themselves. I don't mean they like figure out that they're gay, but just like that they have that moment where they're like sitting on a stool after a really hard performance, just like, this fucking bra's itchy as shit. I can't believe I got through that Dolly Parton song. And a queen walks by and high fives him and is like, your skirt matches your eyes. And then he forgives the wound his father gave him. If you don't know about it, what they did is they tried to shut down drag queens reading to kids. They said, drag queens should never be around kids. They're grooming our kids. They're grooming our kids. Someone needs to groom these kids. I've been to Tennessee. They look like shit. They got bad haircuts. They're sticky. I shake hands with them. I'm sick for 3 weeks. I was home recently. I went to a protest of a protest. The country's doing great. There was a drag show in my hometown of Knoxville. There were some far right-wing Christians who were going to come with their guns to protest that drag show and keep the children safe. So we went down there to keep them from fucking with people. Man, it was surreal. They had their guns and their crosses, and I get it. You like guns, you like Jesus. You don't have to put them together, though, dude. I like dogs and fucking. I don't mix them. I love the beach and drugs, but I'll never make that mistake again. Sand in my ass, worst sunburn ever. I'm not doing it again. That little preacher got on the bullhorn. I've never been so offended in my life. Not by what he said, how he said it. This is the South. We don't have many good stereotypes where I'm from, but one of them is we're good at telling stories. This guy sucked. He got on that bullhorn. He was like, y'all are heathens. We were like, yeah. You like doing drugs? We were like, this guy knows us. You're having unprotected premarital sex? I was like, who gave him my shirt off? And he's a preacher. His whole goal is to get us on his team. That's what preachers do, right? At some point he goes, there's no butt sex in heaven, and we booed him. Making heaven sound stupid. I don't know if you know evangelicals, they always end with an invitation to come join them. They always say, oh, come confess your sins. Give your heart to Jesus. And my thing is, I've never been that interested in giving my heart to Jesus, but I've seen some of those pictures. I'll give him a few of my organs, you know what I mean? You guys gonna pretend Jesus ain't hot? blood trickling down through an 8-pack, looked like a goth Abercrombie model. That's the miracle to me, is that he has abs at 33 years old. People are like, Jesus walked on water. I saw a lizard do that. I don't give a shit, dude. How's he look so hot, though? Jesus said, I am the bread. Bitch, you ain't never ate bread. Anyway, he was like, anybody want to invite Jesus inside of you? I was like, hell yeah. I walked over there. The reason I walked over there, I wanted the bullhorn. I was like, yeah, give me the bullhorn. I can't wait to tell everybody what I did at Burning Man. But he wouldn't give me the bullhorn. Because they're hypocrites, right? That's what we say. They're hypocrites. They're all hypocrites. They say they want to protect kids. They don't want to protect kids. They're hypocrites. What they say is, I'm just tired of trying to be woke. I'm not woke. I'm not woke. Look, I'm going to be honest. I get that. I do. I'm not very woke. I'm really not. I know you guys love me. You follow me. I am a toxic motherfucker. I am woke, but I don't want to be. I'm not asking anyone to feel sorry for a white man, but can you guys acknowledge it used to be way easier on us? Not that long ago, we didn't have to empathize with people. Now you guys are like, get in touch with your feelings. Fuck that. This sucks, dude. But I don't treat other people shittily because of it. Do you see the difference? They're not hypocrites. They're assholes. And I'll own up to it. I'll give you an example of what I mean. All right? I'm not woke. Here's ways I'm not woke. Vegetarianism, not woke at all. Vegetarians are correct. Everything they say is right. It would be better for the earth. That's true. Animals feel pain. This is me. That's true. It would be better for your body. That's true. I just don't give a fuck. But I'm not a dick to other people about that. You guys are on board with that one. I don't think you're going to like this next one. I'm not kidding. When it comes to trans kids transitioning, puberty blockers, I'm not comfortable with that. It makes me very uncomfortable. When someone says he identifies as a she, but even though he's 11. When I was 11, I identified as cool, okay? Kids make mistakes. And so do adults. I don't know if I'm right about that. The thing about me is I would never tell you how to raise your kid because of that. That is the difference. They are fascists. We call them hypocrites because we say, you say you're trying to protect kids, but you're not. They are trying to protect kids. White kids, from the truth. They're not trying to protect them from gun violence. They're trying to protect them from people reading to them. You can't let people read to your child. They're not hypocrites. They're assholes. And because I'm having a kid soon, my family is like, you gonna move back home? When are you gonna move? I'm not fucking moving back there. Not right now. It's worse than it used to be. It is. And I know you guys aren't from there. You think, no, Tennessee's always been backwards. Yeah, the people, not the government, not this much. Ben Shapiro moved there. Tommy Loren. Fascists are moving there. They're trying to take over, and it's fucking working. I'm not going back. Was it bad in the 90s? Yes. When I grew up there, it was bad. You couldn't be openly gay in my hometown. You couldn't be. But you could be openly non-binary. You could. We didn't have that word, but you could do it. You could be non-binary, but you couldn't be gay. How do I know that? All my PE teachers. Miss Valerie had a special friend. We couldn't acknowledge they were in love and probably made each other come like a rainforest when they scissored. But we were all cool with the fact that she dressed like a linebacker mixed with a Toyota Tacoma. We were fine with that. Yeah, I come from the land of gender-neutral mustaches. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's a great joke. They're fascists. That's what they are. Which brings me to the third way I'm not woke. Guns. Look. No one needs an AK-47. No one needs an AR-15. No one needs a gun like that. No one does. But what if trans people had a fuck ton of them? What if every drag queen had one? I think it would go a little different. I'm not saying my uncle would support him, but I think if he happened upon a pride parade and saw a Puerto Rican in a cocksock with a rainbow-colored AK-47 strapped to her hip, he'd be like, I don't know, man, let him adopt. God damn. The governor of my state, Bill Lee, that's his name, there is a picture of him circulating on the internet right now in drag at 20 years old in front of kids. And when confronted with this, he said, that's different. I'm going to be honest with you. He's not a hypocrite. He's right. That is different. He looked like shit. And a few weeks ago, we had a very violent situation where 3 kids lost their lives in my state, and it makes me so upset. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, it makes me wonder if I can talk about guns the way I just did when I'm on stage. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not condoning violence, not even a little bit. I am saying prepare for it, because these people are fucking evil. And I mean that. And I know that you guys are liberal, progressive people, and most of you probably don't like guns. And there's people where I'm from who don't like guns. But the thing is, we should all get one. And it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be an AK, it doesn't have to be an AR, it doesn't have to be things that you're afraid of. It can be small. It can be it needs to be at least 8 inches. Thank you guys. Good night.